Donald Trump just can't catch a break. Probably because he doesn't deserve one. Now, CNN has just ruined Donald Trump's day with an alarming deadline. Donald Trump has been nothing short of an absolute disaster. He's as if a tornado has just rampaged through the Republican Party. Now, Trump's antics are literally setting the Republicans up for failure.
Here's what I do think is happening. I think that, and I was not a great math student, so when a pendulum goes this far, right, when it drops back, it doesn't go back to the middle. It keeps going. So you don't have... President Trump is not a recipe for us to have a president from the Brookings Institution next time, right? For some sort of moderate, we're all going to reason together. The pendulum will probably move pretty far that way. And I think, I never thought I would say this, but the longer President Trump governs the way he's governing, the more likely he's making the presidency of AOC.
What's even worse is Trump has such a fragile ego. He's such a baby. He gets offended so easily. It makes it really difficult to make deals with him, thus invalidating the entire art of the deal shtick.
You said a moment ago that it won't work out very well for Europe on trade. Does that mean you want to cut off those negotiations as well and just tell them what they should be paying?
They've been very tough. The European Union was formed in order to take advantage of the United States on trade. That was why they were formed, and they're nasty. They're very nasty. We have a good relationship. I'm dealing with Ursula right now and the group, but it's a very tough situation. They have been unbelievably bad to us. If you look at past precedents, they've treated them very badly. They're being very nice to me because I get it. I know the system, and we have the cards. We have the cards far more than they do.
It's even worse when Republicans just lie to their constituents in order to gain their votes.
Okay, on tips. The president has said, your tips will be 100% yours. Does this tax bill continue the payroll tax on people's tips?
Yes, it does, Mr.
Overtime. The president said your overtime will be tax-free. Does this bill continue the payroll tax on overtime?
It does not exempt overtime from the payroll tax.
The president has said he's going to remove taxes on Social Security. Does this bill remove taxes on Social Security benefits?
The legislation provides an increased exemption amount.
But does it remove taxes on Social Security benefits as promised by the president?
Does not change Social.
The president and the Republicans.
But now things have gone from bad to worse because CNN just ruined Donald Trump's day with an alarming deadline. Take a look. A bombshell report from CNN is sending shockwaves through Washington, ruining Donald Trump's day. 6 months after Trump advisor Peter Navarro confidently declared the administration would ink 90 deals in 90 days, the reality is grim. Just 2 trade frameworks have been signed, and dozens more are nowhere in sight. With the clock ticking toward the July 9th deadline, CNN reports that Trump's trade strategy is crumbling at the worst possible moment for America's economy. The chaos escalated Friday morning when President Trump abruptly pulled the plug on negotiations with Canada and promised to reveal punishing new tariffs within 7 days. Instead of a bold show of strength, CNN says the president's move highlights a desperate scramble, not a master plan. White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt tried to downplay the self-imposed deadline, telling reporters the deadline is not critical, effectively admitting the administration can't meet its own target. But as CNN notes, that's cold comfort for an economy already showing cracks. Households are growing anxious about looming tariff-induced price hikes, and concerns are rising over the job market's resilience. ING's chief U.S. economist James Knightley warned Friday that while the stock market is hitting all-time highs, signs of trouble are everywhere else, including falling home prices that could hammer middle-class wealth. For President Trump, who campaigned on his deal-making prowess, CNN's explosive coverage makes one thing painfully clear: the clock is ticking, the deals aren't coming, and America's economy might pay the price. So long story short, we were promised 90 deals in 90 days. Instead, we have 0 deals in 90 days. Or, I'm sorry, the semblance of a deal? Really? Trump, you are a joke, and truthfully, if anyone here voted for Trump, you probably made the biggest mistake of your life.